honored by the association I have tonight with great public education, with the great HHEF, and the people who make this kind of an evening possible by all the work they do every day of the school year and out of the school year. So we are honored by your presence. We are going to sing your praises. We're going to make loud, Eagles-like noise in honor of what you've achieved and continue to achieve and the example you set. But now it is my honor to present the first of our formal presenters, the Executive Director of the awesome Hatboro-Horsham Educational, she wrote this, foundation. The very, 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 very personally awesome, I wrote that, Laura Brazar. Laura?
Okay, thank you so much everyone for being here. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. That's sage advice from Franklin D. Roosevelt, and a clear picture of what our esteemed recipients of the HHEF's Innovative Learning Grants are doing every day, building Hatboro-Horsham students for the future. These educators clearly recognize that by giving students unique learning experiences today, they will be empowered to be more innovative, more insightful, and more knowledgeable in the future. How is building our youth for the future being accomplished by our Grant Impact Award recipients? They do this by recognizing that not all students are traditional learners. By enhancing the learning experience that exists in the classroom by taking it to a deeper and more enriching level. By creatively and reflectively asking themselves, what can I do to make my students' educational experiences more rewarding? Then identifying the distinct program that can make this goal a reality.
I want to thank everybody for attending this evening. I'm extremely honored to be here as part of the celebration of the 25th anniversary of what is, I believe, one of the oldest and clearly the best education foundation in the state of Pennsylvania and also in the nation. And what makes this foundation so strong are the volunteers and the individuals throughout the last 25 years that put in place, dedicated incredible amount of time and hours, and has been a host of people over the last 25 years. New individuals coming onto the board, new individuals working with the funding within our community. And I also want to thank those individuals that have donated dollars to the foundation. We could not have done the things that we have done that Laurie just talked about without the resources that you have provided to the foundation. And we would hope that that would continue well into the future.
The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation is proud to celebrate 25 years of service to the Hatboro-Horsham students and the community. The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation provides innovative learning that enhances classroom curriculum by introducing students to inspiring speakers, alternate learning sources, innovative activities, and new technology across all schools in all areas of learning. Enhancing learning for our students brings the curriculum to life to further inspire them to seek knowledge beyond what is minimally expected of them. We help the school district prepare students for their future, and what could be more important than that? Thanks to the support from our generous partners, HHEF has funded a wide range of programs in areas such as hands-on math and science, media and digital literacy, environmental education, student leadership, arts and culture.
It's hardwired fusion from Hatboro-Horsham High School.
One of the most exciting programs that HHEF has helped to fund is the robotics program. In the past few years, the high school's robotic club called Team 708 Hardwired Fusion participates in national science and technology competition, motivating students to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math.
Now I know for sure that I want to be an engineer. I just don't know whether I want to be a mechanical engineer or the electrical engineer. Both of those are really highly represented by the robot, and it's hard to choose which one.
Now, it'll show you question 1, and then read right through it and pick A, B, C, or D.
To answer these questions, students use a program called SMART, an interactive response systems that are used in all of Hatboro-Horsham's elementary schools. Students are given these clickers, which they use to respond to questions that are projected onto an interactive whiteboard.
It's Smart Response. It lets you answer questions. You put in your ID number, and it's really fun because you press only one number.
Replacing whiteboards, a tablet PC and interactive projector provides a much larger display area and allows teachers to interface with students at their desk instead of having to stand at a screen in the front of a room. The Hatboro-Horsham television network uses high-powered computer stations to create video memories for the school district. Students learn how to edit using professional editing software on computers specially built to handle the demands of multiple users. These computers have helped our students win over 20 awards in a 4-year period. HHEF has provided funding for the Jarrett Nature Center for the past several years. The Nature Center is Hatboro-Horsham's outdoor classroom, which presents a unique opportunity for students to learn about the environment. This past spring, HHEF helped the Jarrett Nature Center celebrate its 10th birthday by bringing TerraCycle co-founder and CEO Tom Zaki to elementary schools and the Jarrett Nature Center's annual Earth Day celebration. Tom and the kids had a wonderful time creating fun and functional items out of garbage.
You guys are going to create songs in each of your classes, and we're going to do it as a group. So each class is going to write one song.
As a creative way to celebrate the 7 habits of happy kids that all our elementary students practice, the Ed Foundation brought in songwriting duo 2 of a Kind. Through a series of classroom workshops, 3rd and 4th graders learn the art and process of songwriting, from writing lyrics and setting them to music to choosing a musical style and arrangement.
Good?
The Ed Foundation lends a helping hand to a variety of programs that support our academic curriculums. One such art program is at Blair Mill Elementary School.
I believe the 3rd traveling art exhibit that I've had, grant that I've had through HHEF, it enables me not only to rent the exhibits, but purchase DVDs and extra prints and other materials to help educate the students on the artists that we're discussing.
Composer Roger Holland worked closely with high school students and choir director William Naden to provide a unique piece of music and help prepare the students to perform the piece in their school and community. These are just a few of the programs that have enhanced the learning experience of Hatboro-Horsham students. Programs which are made possible through the generosity of our valued partners, our visionary partners, Superintendent Circle, Principal Circle, Educator Circle, and supporters. Many of our partners participate in Pennsylvania's Education Improvement Tax Credit Program. On behalf of the thousands of students who have benefited from these programs, we thank you. And we welcome each and every member of our community to join us as we look ahead toward our future. There are many ways to get involved with the Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation. Become a partner, support our organization, attend our events, talk to students about the Ed Foundation's projects in their classrooms, and discover for yourself what we have learned, that there is nothing more important than providing the best possible education to our students.
We have 4 categories, 5 that is: hands-on math and science, media and digital literacy, environmental education, student leadership and community, and arts and culture. And to start us off with our hands-on math and science awards, bronze, silver, and gold, from a great, great community partner for so many educational and charitable efforts, from the awesome Hatboro Federal Savings Senior Vice President, my friend, Connie Wood. Connie, tell you.
Hatboro Federal was founded in 1941 and is definitely probably one of the last wonderful, outstanding community banks in the area. We donate a lot to the community. We donate to the Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation. Most of our senior management are involved in a lot of outside activities. So tonight I would like to, the Bronze Award for Math and Science goes to Linda Roth. This is for the Hatboro-Horsham Heritage Quilt. The Hatboro-Horsham Heritage Quilt depicts the history of the Hatboro-Horsham community and schools. Each quilt block was designed by assembled by students utilizing hands-on math and measuring concepts, and represents an event, person or place significant to our communities. Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation's funding of this project enabled Linda and her students to produce this treasure, which is permanently maintained in the Keith Valley Middle School. And if I'm not mistaken, it's at the top of the steps. You can view it up there. The Silver Award goes for Math and Science to Cynthia Varco and Erica Richards for interactive smartboard for visual learners. Unfortunately, they are unable to be here. This is for the introduction of smartboard technology into high school math class, created a more interactive learning environment to augment the math curriculum. It became both a great teaching tool for teachers as well as enabling students to complete various activities on it to further their understanding. This is only one of many smartboards that have been funded across all schools by the Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation. Cindy and Erica feel that receiving the smartboard was one of the best things that could have happened in my classroom to help my students learn. The next award is Math and Science, the Gold Award to Eric Zigmund, who I have known for a long time, so this is a special privilege to give him this award for robotics. Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation has supported the efforts of the robotic team for the last 5 years. This team has grown in size and recognition in regional and national competitions with Eric's strong leadership and guidance. Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation has been able to support a growing student interest in robotics, and the school district is now able to offer a continuum of programs across the elementary, middle, and high school levels. High school robotics students now also assist younger students in their robotics programs. And I will tell you, I came to your first competition with my grandchildren, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It was a mind blower. So thank you very much, Eric.
Good evening, and thank you all. Thanks to the foundation for including us in tonight's special celebration. As Dawn mentioned, I manage engineering transformation and Motorola mobility, where innovation is at the heart of what we do. We're first in many areas of technology, and we lead our industry. And we have many leaders at Motorola Mobility that are very strong supporters of community and get engaged with the community regularly. My colleagues and I are honored to be here tonight to celebrate that innovation that the Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation has fostered over the past 25 years, significantly impacting our educators, students, and the community. Motorola Mobility has enjoyed a long-standing partnership with the HHEF supporting science, technology, and math programs, the first robotics program, as well as the many cultural programs offered to the students and to the community. Whether enabling video conferencing for our students or working side by side with them to create apps for Android, we've appreciated the opportunity to partner with HHEF in inspiring our future engineers and technologists. And now I'm proud to introduce our winners for the Media and Digital Literacy Awards. For our first award, the winners are Nancy Lynn, this is for the Bronze Award, Nancy Lynn Cecilia and Megan Straczynski for How Does Media Influence Who We Are? HHEF grant were used to purchase an iMac computer with iMovie software and GarageBand, as well as a video camera, which made it possible to create a new media influence unit which culminates in a student activity to produce their own multimedia campaign. And this unit, which was developed by Nancy Lynn and Megan, investigates the influence of media on our lives and has now been implemented as part of the 7th grade language arts curriculum. Congratulations. Okay, for the Silver Award, the winners are Carrie Rhodes, Nayleen Hilker, Cheryl Bamford, and Sean DeLuca for digital storytelling. HHEF grant money ordered them snowball microphones and enhanced the recording quality of student-produced podcasts. The grant also supplied an external hard drive to preserve the students' stories and materials and enhance instructional planning for their teachers. Congratulations. Okay, and for our Gold Award, the winner is Dave Thomas for making movie video memories. Making Movie Video Memories grant included new computer and camera technology, which was the impetus for the modern Hatboro-Horsham TV, which now allows more than 30 Hatboro-Horsham TV crew members and more than 100 other students through newly developed curriculum, a daily hands-on approach to film and video production, while providing the 320,000 residents of the Hatboro-Horsham area with valuable and original television programming. Congratulations.
Just to give you a background on Janssen Biotech, we are part of the Johnson & Johnson family of companies. And I'm the director of grants and charitable contributions. And usually, my job is the one that people come in and say, I need some money to do something. But this evening, as I walked around and saw what these students are doing and what the educators have been doing, it humbles me, because now I see the days that we're sitting in committees arguing about how much dollars we're going to give to a particular program. Now I can go back in and tell the folks on the committees, I saw what our dollars do. And our future is in the hands of great educators and great students. So thank you. It's an honor for me to be here. It gives me pleasure to introduce the awardees. And first we go with the bronze. And this goes to Vanessa DeLuca and Ben Batts. The grant was Students for Sustainable Future Recycling. Under the guidance of Vanessa and Ben, and with the funding from HHEF, Students for a Sustainable Future streamlined and expanded the high school recycling efforts. The students worked across all classrooms and the cafeteria to accelerate the paper recycling program. Recycling equipment funded through the HHEF grant enables students to expand the recycling to include plastic, glass, and electronics. Congratulations. The Silver Award goes to Carolyn Koch. Now I must tell you, I am going to read the summary of this award, but one of the things that I had the pleasure of doing this evening was hearing from Carolyn directly. And I saw the passion that she had as she explained the project that she was working on. And actually my team had the one afternoon, I attended a making a better team class. And one of the things that they said was every so often you need to get away from behind your desk and in your office and step outside. And we're lucky that we work in a really nice environment. And so one of the folks on my team, she said, let's go across to the Jarrett Center. And so we did. We took a walk as a group, and we were just walking, and conversations happened, and we got over there, and we thought we were just going to take a quick 20-minute walk. We actually ended up spending about an hour over there. And it was an honor, it was a pleasure, and we came back more relaxed. So let me read more about it. Gala's creative approach to helping students to develop a better understanding of their environment included an intensive learning project that created a 20 by 20 meter biodiversity monitoring plot to collect data on the diversity and environmental health of the Jarrett Nature Center. A primary goal of the monitoring plot is to make it possible for students to collect and share information in a manner that is consistent with authentic scientific practice, on the direction of an educator from the Smithsonian Institute. Students' learning included identifying and tagging of trees, comparing soil and different habitats found in the plot, and increase hands-on observation of the Nature Center. Congratulations. And the gold award goes to Carmela Cartola Knowles and Kathleen Krupa. So the title of this grant was a scientific inquiry through nature. For the past several years, and with the help of HHEF, the 5th grade educational technology program has given every 5th grade student an opportunity to explore the Jarrett Nature Center while using various handheld technologies to collect information about the life cycles of living things. After their experiences in the Nature Center, students are asked to write letters to the Horsham Township manager, which argues the importance of preserving the biodiversity and life cycles within the Jarrett Nature Center. Through this year's HHEF funding, Carmela and Kathy had students create persuasive commercials to argue the need to preserve the natural environment for future generations. Congratulations.
I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everyone that's contributed to the Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation. All the money that's been spent or donated by individuals and companies, corporations. It's truly a blessing for our teachers to be able to apply for these grants, follow through with these grants, implement these grants. So it's a great thing for our teachers in our school district. It's a great thing for our school district as a whole. It is a pleasure of mine to be able to stand here and represent all these teachers that are receiving these awards and have received other awards that are not here tonight, because there's a lot more people that have received these awards. And it's truly an honor for me. Congratulations to you. Bronze award goes to Diane Hitchens in Community Experience. Diane does a wonderful, amazing job with our students at the high school, and the utmost respect for Diane for the work she's done there. In order to be an independent members of the community, students with intellectual disabilities need to be able to transfer the skills learned in the classroom to real-life situations. Diane has designed a community experience program funded by HHEF that enabled intellectually disabled students to travel in the community to practice the functional life skills taught in class. Congratulations, thank you. The silver award goes to 3 people, 2 of which are here, 1 is not. Jim Keys could not be here tonight. But Diana Heitzrader and Cindy Reese are 2 people that I actually started my career with. Diana Heitzrader was with me my first year at Crooked Bill Elementary School, and Cindy Reese was my first year at Keith Valley, and wonderful experiences with both. Diane kept me very calm one time with a very tense situation with the principal at Crooked Bill when I was politely rearranging desks in my room. And Cindy and I shared a homeroom together our first year of teaching, so it was interesting, and we go a long way. They are receiving the award for KBTV, establishing a community connection. The intention of the KBTV program, which was developed by Diane, Jim, and Cindy, is to provide a real-life participatory opportunity for students to not only learn to operate a television news broadcast, but even more importantly, to create a communication network connecting the entire Keith Valley community. The HHEF grant was utilized to purchase special equipment and features to enhance the broadcast and improve coordination among the director, camera operators, teleprompters, and talent. One thing that's very nice for Diane and Cindy here tonight is a lot of the students that are here tonight were part of that KBTV program that they worked with and still work don't work with still, we used to work with, but a lot of them are here tonight, and they're very pleased to see all their students here. And the Gold Award goes to Steve Glaze. We heard earlier from students at Hallowell singing on the steps about the 7 Habits of Healthy Kids, and this is what Steve is receiving this award for, the 7 Habits of Healthy Kids and the Leader in Me. In 2009-2010 school year, an HHEF grant was granted to Steve to purchase copies of the 7 Habits of Happy Kids and the Leader in Me for classroom teachers to share with their students. The author, Sean Covey, spoke to students across the school district, and Principal Muriel Summers from the Leader in Me met with classroom teachers. From this point on, these concepts were integrated into the context of student projects and community service through continued use of web-based electronic resources for students, parents, and teachers, which were purchased with subsequent grants from HHEF. In addition, an Artist in Residency grant was built around the theme of student leadership, where students learned about cooperation, creativity, compromise, and accomplishment, as well as specific skills related to songwriting. A multi-school assembly program was held in the last year as a culmination of the creative efforts, and we have heard a sample, as I said earlier this evening. So congratulations to Steve.
We are the students of Hatboro-Horsham, obviously, and we are the ones most impacted by these great grants and the projects that come along with them. So we're so honored to be presenting these awards tonight. On that note, we will start with the Bronze Award, which goes to Miss Sarah Sweet. I'm especially honored to be presenting this award tonight, as I have had Mrs. Sweet, and she is a great teacher. She developed a successful HHEF grant that brought professional artist and musician Bradley Litwin into her art major 1 class. As an artist in residence, Mr. Litwin guided the students' construction of the 3D kinetic sculpture shown here tonight. Through this project, students developed and strengthened their imaginative, cognitive, math, science, drawing, and collaboration skills. So congratulations.
The Bronze Award goes to Miss Mary Arbuckle. I had the honor of having Mrs. Arbuckle as an elementary school art teacher, so I'm very honored to be giving her this award. Using DVDs and new prints purchased with the grant money, Mrs. Arbuckle's students were able to receive a more in-depth look at famous artists such as Claude Monet, Hokusai, and MC Escher, as well as being introduced to the work of renowned marine life artist Wyland. These artists and their work served as an inspiration for student-created artwork. Mrs. Arbuckle also utilized these large traveling exhibits to create excitement for these artists and their work throughout the entire school.
And lastly, we have the Gold Award, which goes to Mr. Naden, Mr. Schott, and Mr. Krasinski. With HHEF funding, professional music arrangers and composers were commissioned to create new works for the high school choir and jazz band. Mr. Schott, Mr. Naden, and Mr. Krasinski invited the composers of these original compositions to work directly with students and rehearse each piece for public performance. Students have described these opportunities of working with the composers as a life-changing experience. Congratulations.
Well, the award means a lot because this really jump-started our program in community experience instruction, and that allows me to take my class into the community and practice all of the skills that we learn in the classroom in a real-life setting. For example, we travel to Walmart and we do shopping for our apartment. We go out to lunch, so we learn all sorts of skills from ordering food to paying a cashier to speaking clearly to making sure we got the right change.
It's great because it really brings it home. I mean, the robotics team is literally the connection between what we learn in class and the practical uses of it. So this is a great fun because it's actually allowing us to combine the two and work better towards the future.
The Ed Foundation has made it possible for us to dream big dreams, for us to be forward-thinking and try to be innovative in what we would like to do in the Nature Center for Children, as well as for the community. So their consistent funding stream has made it possible to design backpacks, for example, for children that teachers could use, to do some research on trees with older students, to make improvements so the Nature Center is accessible to all kids. even kids in wheelchairs. So it's meant a tremendous amount. It's made it accessible and a very creative learning place to be.
Oh, huge, everything. Right from the beginning, bringing Sean Covey to our school district. For years now, they've supported the Leader in Me electronic resources, purchased books for all of the classroom teachers across the district. And then with this latest grant, just really bringing it to a new level in a way that students could take what they've learned and integrate it in artistic ways.
What we did is we applied for grants by the HHEF to bring in artists to write specific pieces of music for all three of our ensembles. Back when Chris was at the high school, he had Larry McKenna come in and write some charts for him that we have on display over here. Dave brought in Adam Brennan, who is a well-known composer and guest conductor. And then I had two different year grants where we piggybacked on these, and we brought M. Roger Holland and Dr. Michael Arkin in to do two separate pieces. Then we performed them at HHEF events, but then we had the luxury of having these artists come to us and actually work with our students on the pieces that they had written for our ensembles. So it was really neat experience for the kids to actually see the composer, meet the composer, and actually get an insight that you normally wouldn't get because you wouldn't get a chance to actually talk to the guy who created the work.
I don't think the project would exist the way that it is changed. Every 7th grader does this project now. Every classroom in the 7th grade language arts department has the equipment that they need to do the project the way that we had the vision to do it. We would not be able to do this project without HHEF.
Thanks, HHEF.
I'm no stranger to saying this, I've said it to everyone. Without their contributions, and the kids now understand too that the budget concerns of school districts these days, we just can't handle these excessive things. We can't handle these things that are above what everybody else considers to be normal. But the expectation that students have when they come to a place like Hatboro-Horsham is that we're going to be above that normal. We're going to be above that expectation. Students deserve that opportunity every day when they come to a place like Hatboro-Horsham, and we've been able to provide that for them for a number of years now, 8 years. Just the fact that we can do that because of what you do every day. You're saying yes to a grant application, but on the other side of that are hundreds of students that have the opportunity now to really get out there, get their hands dirty, and live what may be a dream for them. Go to USC Film School, go to Temple, go to NYU, go to these Tisch places where big-time celebrities go. They could be the next celebrity. They only have that opportunity to find out if you and your team of people look at our grants and say, that's worthwhile. That's what's on the other side of these grants. It's not just a piece of paper or a yes or no decision. There are kids and their livelihoods and their futures behind every one of those because we have the vision to include that, and they say, please give us more. So thank you so much.
Although this fund is being recognized, it's really not us who should be getting all the thanks. It's you. Without your support, none of this would be possible, and there's no way we can thank you enough for all the contributions you've made.